Hey everybody, so I am in my basement and I'm going to work on this painting for a little bit and I'm going to just vent. Yeah, I'm going to vent. You know, I'm not a negative person and I try to make my videos always upbeat and positive and all that good stuff. Well, the last 24 hours of my life have pretty much just kicked my butt. Yep. So before I get into all of that, let me just tell you, in case you don't know, I'm working on a mystical diamond art painting Amy and I are working on. She is doing one of the Josephine Walls. I am doing the other one. Here's the one that I'm doing. And I have this little girl in the lotus flower. I'm kind of leaving her to the end, I think. Anyhow. Yeah. So let's just get right into it. Like I said, I'm going to end this with some positive things because the beginning is just going to be like Debbie Downer. Sorry. But who better to share my frustrations with than you guys? I already shared them with my husband. Yeah, he's already in the thick of it. Look, I need new wax or something because I can't pick up a drill to save my life. Okay, so let's start with yesterday. Sunday, because this is Monday. I'm recording on Monday. Yesterday, got up, went to the gym with my husband. Had a pretty good workout. Did a little running on the treadmill, which I haven't done much of lately, but I did a little running. Felt pretty good about it. Okay. Did a couple of the weight machines. Didn't want to overdo it because, it's been a minute since we've been there, so didn't want to go crazy. Had a good workout. Stopped at my sister's house because I had some stuff to drop off to her. Hung out there for a little while. Went to my mom's house because I had some stuff to drop off at my mom's house. Got home about 3 o'clock. Okay? Yeah, about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then all of a sudden, well, we had some lunch. Let me go back. We had some lunch. Okay? My husband made like grilled tuna fish sandwiches. I know it sounds weird, but they're actually really good. It's just a tuna fish sandwich grilled like a grilled cheese. They're pretty good. While he was making those, I was nibbling on some cherries, some sweet cherries that we'd gotten just before Christmas. So, it wasn't a long time ago. Anyhow, ate some food, and we were going to go to the grocery store, and I told him that I just wasn't feeling good. All of a sudden, I didn't feel good. And I said, let me just go lay down for a few minutes. Okay? Well, I laid down for more than a few minutes and never got to feeling better. I got feeling worse and worse and worse and worse. I mean, I don't know if it was food poisoning. I don't know if it was a touch of a flu. I have no idea. But I was miserable. Just miserable. I felt so bad. Without, going into a lot of gory details, let me just say, I spent a lot of time in my bathroom. It was terrible. Just, I didn't know what to do. I was beside myself. He just let me lay around and, head to the bathroom and lay around, and that's what I did all afternoon and all evening. He went to the store and got our groceries. He actually took down our outside decorations. He'd been itching to do that. He wanted to do it while it was nice outside, so he got that done while I was just laying around in pain. Yeah, it was horrible. I I didn't eat anything. The tuna fish, of course, well, that didn't stay down. It was miserable, just miserable. I have not been sick like that, and I don't even know how long. Anybody who knows me well knows that, like, sorry, but throwing up is just the worst thing in the world to me. I will avoid it at all costs. So I did Tums, I did Pepto-Bismol, I did everything I could to try to prevent it. Yeah, it was horrible. I haven't felt that bad. I don't even know how long it's been since I felt that bad. So then, of course, I laid on the couch for a while. He built a fire in the fireplace because I just kept having chills and whatnot. And I thought I could sit in front of the fireplace, but I couldn't. I couldn't get comfortable there. So I just ended up on the couch. Our couch has a footstool. The footstool will go up and it reclines, and I could just kind of sit more upright, but still lay back, you know. And that's where I stayed. And then about 11 o'clock, he comes in and he says, well, I'm going to go to bed. And I'm like, what time is it? He's like, it's 11. I'm like, oh, I guess I'll go to bed too. I laid in bed, like sitting up. I was propped up on about 4 pillows, just kind of sitting in bed, just to try to keep things down. It was horrible. So, okay, I think I'm done with running to the bathroom at this point, and actually just slept. So I woke up in the morning and I was like, okay, I think my stomach is settled, but it hurts. Oh my goodness, it just hurts. The muscles hurt, you know, from all of the stuff going on. It just, oh my goodness, they just hurt. All right, so I'm like, okay, I think I'm feeling okay. I'm going to get up. There's some bananas in the kitchen. I know that. I'm going to get up and I'm going to try a few bites of banana. See how that goes. All right. Banana was okay. All right. Ate the banana. A little while later, I had some toast. And that was okay. I'm like, okay, I think the whatever it was has passed. My stomach hurts just because of all of the use of muscles. That's what hurts. But I think the upsetness is gone. All right. I'm like, okay. So I'm going to eat some toast. I'm going to get some Diet Pepsi because I just need Diet Pepsi in my life. And everything's cool. I think I'm just going to be sore today, but I think the bug has passed. All right. I head downstairs because I was out of pop upstairs. Yes, we call it pop. So I went down to get some more, and I got to the foot of the stairs and realized my basement is flooded. I was like, are you kidding? So I went to the closet and the water was coming up like over my foot. Yeah, over my foot was how deep it was. I was like, oh God. All right, so, I had already like made a video. Yeah. Or I'd started the video, something. So I called my husband and he's like, are you kidding? And I'm like, no, I'm not kidding. He's like, all right, I'll be home in a few minutes. You know, he drives a truck around delivering stuff, and he had to get back to work, you know, get his own truck, get home, tell his supervisor, hey, I gotta run home, blah, blah, blah. All right, so I'm like, okay, I'm just going to finish the video because there's nothing I can do until he gets here. So I finished the video. If you saw it, I talk about the flood and I talk about being sick, but yeah. Anyhow, after I finished the video, I went downstairs and just started cleaning up and moving anything I could that was sitting in the water. There's just stuff sitting in standing water. So I just started moving as much as I could. There was a lot of my stuff in the basement is in Rubbermaid totes. And at this point, I wish all of it was. I had like a box of chapter books from school. You know, I had multiple copies of, like 6 or 7. And I brought them home because they were older kids. And I thought, well, you know, I'm retiring. I'm going to start bringing stuff home. And I'm going to have a yard sale or whatever. And I'm going to sell those. Well, you have no idea how much water books soak up. They were heavy. They're loaded with water. Yeah. I don't know if they will dry out. I don't know if they will be salvageable. I have no clue. All right. So then while I'm in the closet, which is where that box of books was at, I look down and I'm like, crap. That's what I said. Crap. There's 4 DACs sitting on the floor. Great. Now, I pull them out of the closet and the water has seeped up about 4 inches up the boxes. Now, there wasn't that much water in the basement, but that's just how far the water soaked up into the boxes. I'm like, terrific. Let me get those out of the closet. Nice. I pull them out of the closet and water just comes dripping out of the boxes. I was like, oh, God. You know, they're not small DACs. They're like, you know, $50 canvases. Yeah. And my heart just sunk. I was like, oh. So, I mean, they're literally dripping water out of the boxes. So I open one up and pull it out, and I was like, oh, well, it's in the plastic bag still. It's not really wet. Okay, I think the plastic bag saved it because I put it back in the bag. The drills might be wet, but they're in plastic, so I'm not worried about that. I mean, what's it going to hurt them? So I opened up a couple of them and pulled them out, and I was like, well, they're okay. You know, they're actually okay. I'm sitting here looking for a 3, but I don't have one. Got 3 drills, no place to put 3 drills. So they seemed okay. So I didn't freak out about it a whole lot, right? I just took them out, and they're sitting over there. They're up there on the shelf. Not on the floor anymore, right? The only reason they were on the floor is I moved them when I took down all the Christmas decorations. They were sitting up here behind all the boxes of Christmas decorations. And when I took all the boxes down, I moved them and I set them in the closet. Yeah. Doesn't that figure? So I honestly think they're okay. And then as I'm moving more and more stuff, I'm over on this side of my table, and I had a big Rubbermaid tote down there that is full of yarn. It didn't get wet, yay. But then I look down and I'm like, oh, there's 2 Dreamer Designs sitting on the floor. Great. They're sitting in water as well. So I opened those up, and those were not in plastic bags. Those were wet. Yep. So I have those sitting out on the couch, out of the boxes. I just don't know. So, the last 24 hours of my life has been, needless to say, a little stupid. That's the only word I can come up with. It's just a little stupid. Yeah. So my husband came home. We got out the shop vac. I had moved a lot of stuff by the time he got here. It took him a little while to get here. Like I said, he's got to go park his big truck, get his truck, get home from where he was at, that kind of stuff. I had some time to really get moving some things, but mind you, I am moving slow. I am not moving very fast because my stomach just hurts. So I'm just taking my time. I'm just moving a box, throwing the boxes outside that are wet. Because, I mean, what are you going to do with them, right? You got to get all that stuff out of there. Those boxes are just going to be gross. So by the time he gets here, I've got a lot of the stuff moved very, very carefully. And he starts with the shop vac. Now this shop vac is old. Oh my gosh, it's old. It was like his dad's shop vac. But talk about a shop vac that works well. He won't get rid of it, even though when you turn it off, it starts leaking out the water that you just sucked up. You just got to dump it quick. Don't let it leak out. I don't know why it does that, but it does. But that thing is quite powerful. And he just started moving everything. The whole area, everything's been moved. Everything is just, I don't know, pulled out, pulled away from the walls. It's a hot mess. It's everywhere. We've got a fan going. My heater that I normally use when I sit in here, well, that's out there trying to dry a carpet. Our basement is a finished basement, but it doesn't have anything on the floor. It's just a cement floor. So what we've done is we have like 2 or 3 area rugs that we just put down, which is really a good thing. It's not, completely carpeted, because this is not the first time that this has flooded. We have a sump pump system at our house, and every once in a while something weird happens with it. So I think what happened this time, it's been raining cats and dogs. I mean, it started at it started last night, actually, when I was on the couch before I went to bed, and then I know it was raining like crazy at 4 in the morning. I heard it. It's just been raining, raining, raining. So our sump pump has failed us before. It just quit working one time. Another time it got stuck, so it couldn't move. It's like on a pole. There's like a pole that goes down into a hole, and somehow it moved and jiggled, so the sump pump couldn't work. So that was another time we had a problem with it. This time it was apparently the cords, like the power cord, the electrical cord that goes down in there to power the pump, got over the float, and the float couldn't move up and down like it was supposed to make the pump kick off or kick on. Yeah. So once again, the basement has flooded. There was so much water, and the thing of it was, the whole time I'm waiting for him to get home, it's filling up more and more and more, because it's not running, and there's water still coming in from the outside, from around the house, and there's nowhere for it to go except into my basement. Once he got home, and all he really did was jiggle that post, he jiggled it, and the thing just broke free from its entanglements and it just started sucking the water down, and it's amazing how much water actually left certain spots of the basement. Yeah. So it just kept adding to it. So by the time from the time I noticed it to the time he got home, it was worse than, it was even worse. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. It was even worse. So there's my life for the last 24 hours. Yeah. So I am down here now without my heater, because the heater is out in the living area, trying to dry a rug. The windows, there's a whole wall of windows in our basement We have several of them open right now just to try to get some airflow in there and to help with the drying out process. Yeah. So, welcome to my world, right? Yeah. Anyhow, he came home and he spent a couple of hours with the shop vac. I got our carpet cleaner out and I just started using the extraction part of the carpet cleaner on the rugs to get as much water out as I could. He wasn't very happy because he had to leave work for a while, and he has an opportunity to work overtime this week, but he has to be there every day of the week to get the overtime. So he's like, well, if I don't work today, then I don't get overtime if I work on Saturday. So he's going to see if he can finagle that, because he did work for a few hours this morning and he's gone back to work now. So he's hoping that he can get enough of a day in that, it will still count. So he's like, yeah, I'm just going to go back to work and I'm just going to say, hey, I put me down for a long lunch. Like, okay, long lunch it is. So, yeah. Anyhow. So, I think the mess is pretty well cleaned up. Now it just has to dry out thoroughly before we can move bookcases back and things like that back into their original spot, because we want it to dry as much as possible, because if it doesn't dry then it just gets moldy and icky, and we don't want that happening. So we'll get it dried out good and thorough. Like I said, there's windows open out there. I have heaters on. We have one fan going. When he gets home later, we're going to go to the store and we're going to get at least one more fan, so we can get it dried out. But, oy vey. All right, so I said I was just going to vent for a while, and then I would get on to more pleasant topics, because, I hate being negative and just a Debbie Downer, but man, sometimes life just goes, hello, yep, I'm here. All right. So got that out of the way. Whew. And I think my Diamond Art clubs are okay. There's the good news. Anyhow, it's funny, as I'm sitting here doing this, I have the door closed to the utility room just to cut down on some of the noise, because it's quite loud coming from that room. But that sump pump has not stopped. It's like in continual go mode. It's just like every few seconds, like every minute or so, it's going off. So that was a lot of water pumping into my house. All right. So it is the week after Christmas. And Christmas was quite nice. One thing that could have made it better would have been if my mom had come over, but she was just like, no, I'm not. I knew that she said that when she knew when her surgery date was, she had no plans of leaving her house and coming to hang out on Christmas. And I thought that maybe she would. It was a week. I thought, it's a week. She should be able to get up and at least get in the car and, come on over to my house. She doesn't have to do anything except get in the car and come over. But she didn't. My dad did. She told my dad, come on over, because go get food. Go over, hang out for a while, get some food, bring food home. So that's what he did. He hung out for a little while and he took her back food and stuff. It felt weird. We did go over to her house on Christmas Eve. A whole bunch of us kind of went over and just kind of hung out. We took food and, hung out with her for a while. So she was like, you guys didn't have to do that. And we're like, we want to see you for Christmas. Well, it's not Christmas. And we're like, yeah, but it's close. It's close enough, you know. So we hung out with her, took food and things like that. I gave her a diamond painting. Not a real diamond painting, but I gave her a notebook. She's been watching me do this for months and months, you know, when I take her to chemo and stuff like that. So I thought, let me give her one. I gave her a little notebook, you know, special drills and whatnot. So it wouldn't be too hard to do. And it's all greens. Now my mom's favorite color is green. And so we'll see if she does it. I mean, we'll see. She may not. I can't do that. That's upside down. She might. We'll see. When I was there yesterday, like I said. It was just kind of sitting by her chair still. But I don't know. Maybe she'll do it. Wouldn't be hard to do. She's been getting a little bit better about getting up out of her chair and moving a little bit. I hope she starts moving better because, you know, it's time, Mom. Come on. You got to get up. You got to get going. All right. I know it hurts, but you just got to get going. So anyhow, so that was Christmas Eve. We went over there, spent time with her. And then Christmas Day changed a couple of times what was going to happen on Christmas Day. At first, I thought my stepdaughter and the grandkids were coming over on Christmas Eve. But then that plan changed when she called and she said, nope, their dad came and got them. He needs them on Christmas Eve because he can't have them on Christmas Day now. Oh, okay. Well, then when do you want to come see us? And she's like, well, I can come over on Christmas Day. I'm like, okay, that'll be fine. So now I have my kids coming over for some time with me, my children. Then she's coming over and bringing the grandchildren. And then my family, my sister, my niece, and that, you know, kind of stuff. The extended family is coming over. Whew, yeah. So it was just like, it was almost like Christmas open house, if you know what I'm talking about when I say open house, you know? Like, we're here, drop in when you have a minute. But, yeah, we always share in the food responsibilities. Like, I made the ham that my daughter got from work. Her work is so good to her. They give her a ham and they give her Christmas presents, and it's really nice. So she got the ham, and I just had to throw it in the oven. So we made things like that, like the potatoes and things like that, you know, here. My sister brought other things. She brought hors d'oeuvre type stuff and side dishes. So we had plenty of food, and I like doing it that way. Nobody has to do everything. You know what I'm saying? It just takes the load off of everybody. You don't have to do the whole shebang. It's really nice. And we had plenty of food and everything was good. So yeah. So we've been doing a gift exchange over the last few years. And this year we did it a little different. We did it as a dice game. Depending on what you roll, you keep your gift, or you pass your gifts, or you open a gift, or I don't know. It's just this whole little dice game we played with it this time. And until we got to who gets to keep what gift. So that was fun. It apparently was a lot of food this time. There was a lot of food. That's all I can say about that. Lots of food, snacky things. So that's all right. So we did our little gift exchange. And then my sister always brings like some sort of card games or something like that. But this year, she said, I got something else I want to do. Before we do anything, you know, sitting at the table, she says to me, she says, do you have 2 solo cups? You know what solo cups are, right? The plastic red solo cups. Okay. Sometimes they're green. Mine were green. They can come in other colors. But most people think of them as the red solo cup. Anyhow, we needed 2 cups. I had 2 cups. And then she got out candy canes. And the second that she did that, I was like, oh, I know what we're doing. Because I had done it with my class last year. We had a time last year where we were doing these games, and they were called Minute to Win It. That is a TV show, or it used to be like this game show. And they were like little 1-minute challenges to see who could do the best at something in a minute. So I had played a bunch of those with my class last year. And so I knew exactly what we were doing. Doesn't mean I was good at it, but I knew what we were doing. Just to share with you, my feet are wet right now because, yeah, I'm on the carpet. I'm wet. Nice. Anyhow, so you lay a whole pile of candy canes on the table. I'm going to see if I can put a video at the end of this. Last time I wanted to show a video with my family in it, they were like, no, I don't want to be on YouTube. I might just do it anyhow. If I put the one of me and my sister, you can't really tell it's her even. And if I don't tell her, maybe I just won't tell her. Anyhow, we'll see. Because it was hilarious. So you take the candy canes and you lay them in a pile on the table. And then you have to pick up candy canes with another candy cane that you hold in your mouth. Okay? So can you envision this? You got a candy cane in your mouth and you're trying to pick up candy canes out of a pile on the table. You got to pick them up, hook it, and then you got to carry it and put it into your cup. So you're racing someone else the whole time to see who can get more. Hilarious. It was a hoot. Let me tell you, it was a hoot. It was so much fun. I was one of the first people to go, and I was really bad at it. I'm just going to say I got this on here the wrong way, and now, you know how it gets stuck if you put the wrong side down? Yeah, that's what I just did. You just go. There you go. So I was really bad at it the first time. I didn't get very many candy canes. I had a second chance at redemption, though, later, and I did much better the second time. But it was so much fun. My son was so good at it. It was hilarious how quick he was. I mean, it was just like bam, 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 candy cane, candy cane. I was like, whoa, what are you doing? How do you do that? So he was really good. And then his friend showed up. Now, this was one of the most exciting parts about my Christmas. I mean, all of it was exciting. All of it was fun. All of it's great, spending time with family. But my son has some buddies, good friends, best friends. I call them my bonus kids, right? They are my bonus kids because when they were all growing up, we all lived in the same neighborhood, and everybody liked to hang out at my house. Our house, like, all the time. All the time they were there. So these kids, and now they're 30 some years old, right? They're not kids anymore, but they're like my second and third son. They really are. They're just like my kids. So one knocked on the door and went to the door, and I'm like, oh my goodness, right? One of them showed up. He got to play the candy cane game with us, and he was pretty good at it too. Then when we were done with the candy cane game, I was like, okay, all right, we're on a roll here. I got some other games we can play. I got some more supplies downstairs that I used for my class when we did the Minute to Win It games in school. So the one that I came up with was it was supposed to be like a box, like a tissue box, but we didn't have tissue boxes. So I used like gift bags, which wasn't the best idea because they weren't very sturdy. But anyhow, you were supposed to strap a box or a bag around your waist, and it hangs off the back of you, right? And you put a little hole in it, and you fill your bag or your box with the ping pong balls. Then, however you can manage to shimmy, wiggle, shake, hop, dance, whatever, you try to get your balls out the hole. First person to get all their balls out of their container is the winner. I don't think I have laughed that hard in ages. I mean, it literally, my stomach was hurting from laughing as much as I was laughing. Either when I was doing it or when somebody else was doing it, it just didn't matter. It was hilarious. It was so much fun. I mean, all we could do was laugh. Laugh, laugh, laugh. It was hysterical. Just hysterical. All right. So, like, almost everybody took a turn at that. There were a couple people that didn't, just because, you know, they might have had some health issues or something. But it was so much fun. I was not very good at it. We decided that if you got too big of a booty, you couldn't get the balls to pop out very good. Flatter booties worked better. So for boys, it worked really well. For us girls, it wasn't working as well. I don't know. That's all I got. Anyhow. But man, it was fun. So that was something else that we did on Christmas. And then another knock on my door. And I'm like, okay, now what? Now my son's other good friend shows up. And it was just like, my boys are here. Wow, both my boys are here. My bonus boys, right? I was thrilled. I was so happy they came over. I haven't seen them in months and months, and it was just like so nice for them to be here. Of course, my whole family, everybody in my family knows them and loves them just like we do, because they've been around since these kids were like 8, 7, you know, whatever. So they've been my extra kids for years and years and years. But man, that was awesome to just be able to see them, spend time with them, spend time with my family. I mean, it was awesome. It was just awesome. I'm trying to decide what color to do next. I did all the black up here, but yeah, I'm cruising up this way. I'm just going to come up this way, and then I'm going to flip it around, and I'm going to get that side. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Halfway was about right here. So this is about halfway. So I'm cruising on. Yeah. But I'm still trying to pick out a color. What color should I do next? I don't know. Trying to find one that has a lot of symbols so I don't have to switch colors again. Anyhow. Oh, let's go for one. One is one. There we go. One is one. It's purple. Let's do purple. I'm getting into brighter colors up here, more of the purples. Down at the bottom was a lot of the dark colors. So up here I'm getting into lighter colors, brighter blues and purples and whatnot. So yeah, it's getting kind of fun. So anyhow, that was my Christmas. Oh, that wasn't all of it though. I mean, that wasn't all of it, because after we played the get up and move around games, then it's time to play we'll call it a card game. We'll call it a card game. All right. I don't even know what the name of the game was, but it was a new game. It was actually one of the presents that somebody won in our gift exchange. So it was like you'd have 6 questions, and then everybody's card would go around the table, and somebody would have to answer this question about that person. Say it was like, oh goodness, I can't even think of any of the questions. If you were king of an island, what would your island be called? I think that was one of them. And so you'd have to answer that question for somebody else. If they were the king of an island, what would their island be called? So there were weird things like that. And I mean, if somebody had answered that question, then you'd have to answer one of the other questions, you know, because there was like 6 questions. So once all the questions were answered for everybody, then somebody read them off. And the person whose card it was, say it was my card, they were reading what they thought I would say. I would have to pick the answer that I liked the best. Yeah. So I liked that answer. Maybe it was a funny answer. Maybe it was a, whatever. Just the answer I liked the best. So if I picked you, then you got a point because I picked your answer. The other part of it was I would have to guess who I thought said it. All right. If I guessed correctly, then I got a point. So you get a point if I liked your answer. I get a point if I guessed who said it. Oh my goodness. That was hilarious. Just hilarious. Sometimes inappropriate, but hilarious. If you've ever played like Cards Against Humanity or anything like that, just think about that. It's kind of like that. That's how it kind of went down. I tell you, my family, you just never know what's going to happen, what they're going to say, what they're going to do. You just never know. Totally unpredictable. We're wild and crazy, I guess. I don't know. So, but that's what I did on my Christmas. Those are some of the things that we did. It's just a good time, just a good time. Like I said, the only thing that could have made it better is if my mom had come, but, we get it. I get it. I just want to see her up and moving a little more because, she still has some more chemo to do after this, you guys. She's not done yet, but I want her to get up and get moving and get some spunk back in her life and things like that. Yesterday when I saw her, she was actually looking pretty good. She was up a little bit. She was moving around a little bit. She was, thinking that maybe she was going to get up, take a shower. My dad was going to try to get her to go for a little walk, and she was like, yeah, maybe. It was a nice day yesterday, so I hope that she did, but I just want to see her getting back to, a little more pep in her step kind of thing, She's got to do that because, like I said, she's got more chemo coming after this, and, she's got to be ready for it, so anyhow. All right, I think that's about all I have to say. I have no idea how long this video is. I have no idea if it cut off at some point because I think it cuts off after 30 minutes and then it starts up again. I'm hoping it started up again if it cut off. We'll see. I'm going to have to go take my slippers off because they're wet. My feet are feeling wet. Oh boy. Yeah. So, anyhow, I'm going to work on this for a little bit longer. I think I want to try to do these ones and get those done. If I could work on this even an hour, like an hour a day, can you imagine? I'd be done with it, right? But, over the holidays, it's like my husband, since the holidays have been in the middle of the week, he'll go to work on Monday. And then he's been home Tuesday and Wednesday. So I don't really get much done when he's here on Tuesday and Wednesday. And then I have Thursday and Friday to get something done. I thought I'd have a lot more time than I do. It just hasn't worked out that way. Anyhow, I've got a couple days this week. I think I'm going to try to just make some real progress with this. So I am going to let you guys go for now and throw this video out there, get it ready to go, check with Amy, see when hers is going to be ready. We did agree to skip last week because last week was just crazy. I do have a Christmas Eve party to go to, so that'll be kind of fun. Group of friends of my husband's, they do a New Year's Eve party every year, so we'll do that. Hopefully I'll be feeling pretty good by tomorrow night. Yeah. So, anyhow. Thanks for watching, you guys. And next time you see this canvas, hopefully I'll have like this part done and be on that side. Yeah, let's hope. All right. That's my goal. Get this done right here. All right. Thanks for watching, you guys. Watch Amy's video too. See how she's doing on Heart of the Tree. And yeah, I'll talk to you later.